everyone. Today I am continuing the topic of evaporation. So we were doing factors affecting rate of evaporation. Surface area and humidity we have already done. Surface area is directly proportional to evaporation and humidity is inversely proportional to evaporation. Today we will do third factor, wind speed. Wind speed is, what is wind speed? The speed of wind is called wind speed. Wind is blowing slow or fast. It will affect rate of evaporation. How? See, this is container A and this is container B. These two are in two different areas. Here wind is slow and here wind is very fast. What will happen? This is water in container. Firstly, due to heat, these surface particles will convert into vapors and go into atmosphere. In both it's happening same. Now next what will happen? When wind speed is less, these will remain on above the container and slowly they will move. But in case of container B, these particles will move fast from here and the space becomes empty, so that more water vapors can add in this atmosphere. So next particles will go soon. Now these particles reached here, then next particles will go. So this way you can check if wind speed is more, then evaporation is more. If wind speed is less, then evaporation is less. From daily life also we can take the example. Drying of wet clothes. When we put wet clothes on wire, due to wind, they dry quickly and they take less time. But if humidity is there, rainy season is there, winter season is there, wind speed is less, then what happens? These clothes take a lot of time to dry. So this way you can check wind speed is directly proportional to evaporation. Next factor is temperature. How temperature affects rate of evaporation. Container A and B, same I am taking here. Now I have to take a different temperature here. So this is summer season. More sunlight is there, and it is winter season or rainy season. Sunlight is very less here. So what will happen? These particles will get heat from the sun and easily convert into vapors. That means evaporation happen here. But here these particles have to wait for more time to get sufficient heat to convert into vapors. So evaporation is low. So if temperature is more here, so evaporation will be more. And if temperature is less, then evaporation will also less. So temperature is also directly proportional to evaporation. In case of clothes, we can see this again. When we put clothes to dry, in summer season clothes dry quickly. But in winter and rainy season they take a lot of time due to less temperature. Next is last factor, nature of liquid. Nature of liquid means the type of liquid, which liquid we are taking. Here we are checking the force of attraction between liquid particles. If particles have more force of attraction, then they need more energy to break this force of attraction and convert into vapors. So if force of attraction is more, evaporation will be less. And if force of attraction will be less, then evaporation occurs easily. So it will be more. So in nature of liquid, force of attraction we are taking, and it is inversely proportional to evaporation. Now we have all the factors. It can be there that 2 factors are same, 3 factors are same, but one of factor will be different, then evaporation rate will be different. See, these are containers I am taking here. Four containers I have taken here. Okay, all having surface area same surface area for liquid to evaporate. Humidity is the same. Everywhere humidity is same. Say this much water vapors already present in atmosphere. Now wind speed. In case of container A, wind is low. In case of container B, we are using fan. Then which container will have more evaporation? Yes, here we will check these factors. Surface area same, humidity same. Now wind speed. Wind speed is different. When fan is there, here wind is more. No fan is there, wind is less. So wind speed is directly proportional to evaporation. Here wind speed is more. So more evaporation will take place in B container and less in A container. Next factor, temperature. In container C, sunlight is there. In container D, night time, moon is there. So less temperature. Then what will happen? In container C, more evaporation will be there, and in container D, evaporation will less. Temperature. Now, temperature is same everywhere, but with this temperature, wind speed is more in container B. Then what happens? Surface area same, humidity same, temperature same, but wind speed is different. Then from A, B, C, D container, evaporation will be more in D container. Okay. And for nature of liquid, water boils at 100 degree Celsius. Alcohol boils at 78 degree Celsius. That means water particles will convert into vapors at 100 degrees Celsius, they need more temperature. And alcohol particle evaporate at 78 degrees Celsius, then they need a low temperature than water to convert into vapors. So, alcohol and water, in both, in alcohol evaporation will be more, and in water evaporation will be less. It is when we are comparing these two. Maybe liquid C having boiling point 120 degrees Celsius. Then what happen? Least evaporation will take place in container or liquid C. So this way, these all factors affect the rate of evaporation. Now, difference between evaporation and boiling. It is very necessary to understand the difference. We are taking same containers, surface area same here. In case of boiling, what we have to do? We have to heat the water. This is water. Now what happened? Evaporation first is surface phenomena. Means evaporation will take place only for surface particles. There is no need of these lower particles. We will check the temperature of only surface particles, because only surface particles converts into vapors. But in case of boiling, whole liquid participate in the process of boiling. So it is bulk phenomena. Bulk means as a whole, more. Okay. Second, only surface particles get sufficient temperature to convert into vapors. In case of boiling, whole liquid has same temperature. That means if it is water, then whole liquid have 100 degrees Celsius temperature, then only boiling will start. Here the temperature of lower particles is less than the surface particles. Next, evaporation is influenced by all these factors, and in case of boiling, heating is necessary. External heating that we are giving. External heating is not necessary in case of evaporation. But in case of boiling, external heating is necessary. So these were the main differences here. Okay. Now in the next part, what will we do? We will do the daily basis processes that's happening on due to evaporation.